Let me thank everybody for coming, particularly the press, local residents, elected officials. Thank you very much. We're here today to talk about the $1 billion road and bridge program. And currently, this bill takes $100 million from the Oil and Gas Trust Fund annually, and it's spent on roads throughout this state, on all four corners of the state. This is the way it breaks down. $25 million annually goes to the counties and cities spread out over the gas tax formula. That means every city, every county in this state will get their fair share of this money. That's $25 million. All right, the $75 million goes to the Department of Transportation. Of that money, $5 million goes to each congressional district annually. To each district, that'll be a total of $35 million. So 35 and 25, that's $60 million that goes to the cities, counties, and congressional districts, spread out evenly, everybody getting their fair share. Then the $40 million will be determined by the Department of Transportation wherever the most road needs are. That means cities and counties and congressional districts could get a portion of that wherever the Department of Transportation decides to spend it. This is not just a roads bill. This is a jobs bill. This is an investment in the state of Alabama. It's an investment taking money out of the Oil and Gas Trust Fund and investing it in your future, in our future, and creating jobs. It not only creates jobs in the construction industry, it creates the opportunity for more jobs with decent infrastructure. And we have an investment opportunity here in this congressional district where the counties in the congressional portion for the first 2 years of this bill will be targeted at the BRAC jobs that we've already recruited.
I've been fortunate enough, this is the third BRAC that I've been involved in, and this BRAC here, obviously North Alabama won better than any other BRAC we've had in the past. Just to give you an idea, I've actually had people say, you know, what does BRAC mean to Jackson County? Well, just let me give you some numbers and blow you away. First of all, the average salary for these BRAC jobs coming in, $82,000 a year. So it doesn't take many people that make $82,000 a year to move to Jackson County to make a difference. And we've already had some of those move into Jackson County as a result of the 2005 BRAC. We've also got people that are living in Jackson County and have been ever since from the 95 BRAC from St. Louis. So that makes a huge difference. The numbers that are here so far, there's 2,200 jobs, BRAC jobs that have already moved to Redstone. 8,000 more jobs are coming between now and September the 15th, 2011. BRAC is big. BRAC is the biggest economic development project in the history of the state of Alabama. The problem, though, is the issues that it raises, one of them being transportation. We weren't able to address those prior. The BRAC jobs are coming, so now we've got to address the road issues and the transportation issues. It affects Jackson County. The 2015 BRAC will probably start working on it next year, 2012 at the very latest. And if we don't get this BRAC here right and don't take care of the issues that we're addressing right now, we could very possibly lose in 2015. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal. I've had somebody also tell me, said, you know, it doesn't mean much to Jackson County. Let me tell you how much it means to Jackson County right now. There is $23 million in payroll drives from Jackson County to Redstone Arsenal every day. $23 million. You don't think that means something to Jackson County? And then you start adding forever about 10, add another million to it. And those people that live in Jackson County, they buy their houses in Jackson County, they bank in Jackson County, they spend their money in Jackson County. They just happen to be making it on Redstone Arsenal. $23 million is a lot of money, but it's just a tip of the iceberg of what we possibly could get. So BRAC is very, very important. This is the only bill that I know of that's addressing the transportation issues. Two major issues that BRAC is concerned with, and the generals are very, very concerned with. I'm in a lot of meetings and I hear it all the time. One is transportation, and one is education. Top two issues. So this addresses some of those issues, and Senator Barron, we appreciate you taking the lead on it.
I'd like to say I certainly do support this bill. It is very important to the city of Scottsboro and Jackson County. if we hit the jobs in here, the industrial prospects, we've got to get the people to work. Probably the biggest issue in our city is roads and bridges, and also in the county. We have many bridges that don't meet the inspections or pass the inspections. We need new roads. We need new roads rebuilt.
I think the incentives to support the strength of Jackson County to compete for the BRAC jobs, I'll do everything I can to support that. I believe that the road infrastructure, we already have one of the easiest paths to get to the arsenal. So everything that we can do to shorten the time that those people spend in their cars going to work, I believe will improve the likelihood of Jackson County getting more of those jobs.
I think we're going to get it through the Senate, but if we get it through the Senate, that's not the end of it. We're going to need to get it through the House.
Senator, we'll work hard down there on that and try to get it on through. It's an issue all across the state. This is the most comprehensive bill that has come out for transportation since back in the George Wallace, Big Jim Folsom days. We put our roads off for a long time, and you got to have roads before you bring industry and business in. And the part I like about it is it's not so much as a roads bill, it's a jobs bill. And if anything that we need is jobs, jobs, jobs. That's the most important thing, and I think that we can do. When folks have jobs, they spend money, and it helps all businesses. And I don't know how anybody could be against this, but there's a group that is.
The group that's against it, there are two alternative proposals. One of them allows people to vote on raising their gas tax 5 cents a gallon. Now, I think this is a terrible time to be talking about raising anybody's gas tax. The next alternative, one of the gubernatorial candidates and a group there in the legislature want to do a bond issue. We've looked at all the possibilities. $1 billion bond issue paid back over 20 years will cost the taxpayers $800 million in interest. Now that doesn't make any sense. It makes much more sense to pull $100 million out of the trust fund, spend that over 10 years, because the economic activity that it will create. Now the oil and gas trust fund today is about $2.6 billion. We average putting between $150 and $250 million a year of new money into the fund. So it's not like this is a fund that is just shrinking. That's a significant input of revenue, and it's not just all outgo. In this bill, we have a floor. If that fund gets down below $2 billion, it'll suspend this road program and bridge program until it goes back over $2 billion. I can tell you what the truth about this bill: it invests your money, and you'll get a vote on this. Now, don't anybody forget, this is a constitutional amendment. The final decision will be made by the people of Alabama. Now, that's the test of whether it's a good bill or not. The people of this state are very smart. They'll be able to determine if they want their money invested in their roads and their bridges in all parts of the state.
Thank you, Senator. I'm in a unique situation. I serve both Madison and Jackson County. As a matter of fact, I just got out of a meeting at the Huntsville Chamber about this very issue here. They're very, very concerned. We have so many, constituents that live in Madison County and Jackson County, that it's essential that we get these roads and bridges. They say save the trust fund for a rainy day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a rainy day. It may not be raining in Mobile, but it's raining up here. We need jobs, and we need roads, and we need to make sure we keep BRAC here. If we don't have things in place, then Maryland and these other places that are trying to get our BRAC facilities now will get them. So it's essential, and I commend Senator Barron for bringing this bill, and as John said, we will support this in the House.
Thank you very, very, very much for coming. We appreciate it. We ask for your help. And when you get phone calls, I think with the press getting the correct story out, I think we'll have a better understanding of what this does. Remember, it invests for a better future for your state. Thank you very much.